My name is Michelle DeHaven, and I'm the Executive Director with the Freeport Community Foundation. Today was the culmination of our spring granting cycle with our Spring Grant Awards reception. We were able to distribute just a little over $70,000 in grant funds for 14 grants to 13 different organizations. Some of the nonprofits that we were able to award grants to today were new to the granting program with the Freeport Community Foundation. It's opening up our organization to both new avenues for good that we're able to do within the community, but also connecting us with different nonprofits and different parts of our service area. So it's essentially expanding the good that we're able to do.
Hi, my name is Debbie Kelly. I'm the Region Director for Region A, Special Olympics, Illinois. Region A encompasses 12 counties in the northwest corner of the state, and we have about 1,750 individuals with intellectual disabilities that compete in 18 different sports in our region. We are super excited to have a partnership with the Freeport Community Foundation, and we're going to use our dollars towards the athletes that will advance to the state summer games from Joe Davies, Carroll, and Stevenson counties. This past weekend, we had our spring games, which is the qualifier for the summer games, where we had 650 athletes compete in track and field, another 185 in soccer, and again, those are the athletes that will advance to the summer games, which are held in June at Illinois State University in Normal. So again, we'd like to thank the Freeport Community Foundation for the support.
My name is Dan Danielowski, and I'm with Timberlake Playhouse. This grant is for a summer literacy program, and we'll be doing a reading program in the libraries, and then also inviting the kids who are involved in that reading program out to Timberlake for a production of the Magic Owl Children's Theater's The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig. So we'll start off early in the season, and some of our actors will go out to the libraries and do a program, and then when the kids come out to the theater later in the season, we'll have some additional programming for them. So it's a great program. We like the idea of being able to work with the area libraries and look forward to serving over 200 kids this summer in this literacy program. I'd like to thank the Freeport Community Foundation for this opportunity.
My name's Hester Berry, and I'm with Northern Illinois Food Bank. We will be using our grant from the Freeport Community Foundation to support a couple of our member agencies with equipment that they need to be able to better serve the people coming to their doors for food assistance. So we will be helping Salvation Army buy a new freezer as they reconfigure their pantry to make a little more space and allow clients to walk around the pantry and choose the foods they need. That prevents waste because people are not being given things they won't eat, and it also preserves the dignity of the neighbors as they can select the food they want. Another portion of the grant will be used for New Jerusalem to buy some tables to help them with the efficiency of their food distribution. And then thirdly, we will be using some of the funding for 2 mobile pantry food distributions in the Galena, Orangeville area. Our mobile food pantry truck carries about 7,000 pounds of food. It always includes meat, fresh produce, milk, eggs, and nutritious non-perishables. The truck pulls up in a church or parking lot or a school or a community area. We have tables that we put around the truck, and then we have volunteers help distribute food to the neighbors that are in need. It's a great way to serve families that may not be able to get to a local food pantry when it's open. So we're so grateful to the Freeport Community Foundation for their continued support of food assistance in Stevenson County.
My name is Laura Moyer, and I'm from the workshop in Galena. The workshop provides jobs and day services for individuals with disabilities in Joe Davies County. The grant that we are being awarded today is going to be used for advertising on our Galena gift experiences. Our Galena gift experiences is a job experience for our individuals that contains Galena items that are sold, made or have some sort of tie to Galena. They do everything from package the boxes, assemble the boxes, go out and deliver the boxes. They pick up product, do paper shredding. And in order for us to have these jobs available for our individuals, we need to sell the boxes, and our grant will be used for advertising and letting the community know that these are available and what a good thing that they do. You get a great product, it promotes Galena, and it gives jobs to our individuals. So on behalf of our staff and the individuals we serve, we would like to thank the Freeport Community Foundation for awarding us this grant.
I'm Jessica Modica. I'm the Executive Director for the Freeport Art Museum, and the museum received grant funds for 2 projects this year. The first is Summer Artivation, Art That Activates, and that is a program that the museum does in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club and the NCS Youth Home. And so the idea with Summer Artivation is to provide youth with summer art programming for students and youth that don't normally have access to summer enrichment programs. Another aspect of Artivation that we're very excited about is that it allows us to bring in an artist in residence to the community. And so the artist in residence works with students throughout the course of the summer to create several different types of public artworks. And so that gives youth an opportunity to be creative on a larger scale and to work together in creating something that will have an impact on the community. So that's Summer Artivation. And the other project that we receive grant funds for is Paint the Port. Paint the Port is a community-wide street paint party. It's where we invite the public to come downtown and paint a square directly on the street, and it's open to everybody. And the idea here is to have people be able to participate in creating a very large public art piece, and it runs along Chicago Avenue. And last year we had over 300 squares created, and we had over 600 people participating in painting, and an equal number of people coming down as spectators to see what had been created. And so it's just this wonderful family-friendly art activity that helps to not only beautify the downtown, but also creates this kind of civic pride in our downtown. And we're very much looking forward to being able to do that again this year. And the funds from the Freeport Community Foundation really helps us keep the costs down so that many people can choose to participate in Paint the Port. And we're very grateful to the Freeport Community Foundation for the grant funds for both of these activities. It would be very difficult for us to be able to organize these without their support. So thank you.
My name is Beth Maskell, and I'm the Executive Director of Voices of Stevenson County. We support survivors of sexual and domestic violence with free and confidential services. This year, Voices of Stevenson County applied for a grant award from the Freeport Community Foundation to support really the core of our mission, safety and communication. For safety, we chose to ask for an increased security at our front entrance. Currently, our front entrance is unlocked, and we screen those coming into the building at the front vestibule. With this award, we will be able to add a camera and a buzzer to really increase any sort of security for those seeking services and for the staff employed in the building. We want those that are in need of assistance to feel comfortable and to feel safe in our facility and secure and not have any concerns when they're there. And this award will truly help make that possible. In addition, communication is really the core of our mission. We want to be able to support someone 24 hours a day if necessary. At any time, if someone calls or reaches out, we need to be able to receive that call and communicate freely and clearly. Our phone system is unfortunately out of date, and we've had some issues this year being able to reach those calls and to call back. But with the Freeport Community Foundation's assistance, we were awarded funds to replace our entire phone system. That will ensure that our survivors at any time, day or night, can reach us freely with a clear line, and we will have the communication tools in order to help them in their times of need. So thank you, Freeport Community Foundation, for your funds, and thank you for supporting survivors of domestic and sexual violence and helping us make them safe and secure.
My name is James Ryan. I'm with the Boys and Girls Club of Freeport in Stevenson County. The grant that we applied for will meet one of our equipment needs. We are looking to keep our club clean and the floors clean by purchasing a floor scrubber. Currently, all of our underlay is being maintained by sweeping and mopping the floor by hand, and that takes a lot of time. And so this will allow us to purchase an automatic floor scrubber, which will cut down on the time to keep the floors looking nice and will allow our janitor to focus on some other things that are needed to keep our club looking good. And so we're really excited about getting the grant, and we certainly want to thank Freeport Community Foundation for their generous donation.
Hello, I am Julie Hilliger with the Senior Resource Center. We are so grateful to receive a spring grant of $2,705. Our grant is titled Technology to Serve Seniors and will upgrade laptops, monitors, scanners, and software that Senior Resource Center staff use when assisting seniors. By replacing this equipment, our program participants benefit when staff become capable to better reach participants where we interact with them, be it their homes or our office. Keep in mind that our staff must be very mobile whenever they are working, as we serve both Stevenson and Joe Davis counties. We are so appreciative to the foundation, and we want the numbers to tell the story. The Technology to Serve Seniors grant is providing technology that we so could not afford on our own. This technology will touch 3 programs, plus the front office, with new hardware and software, all for $2,700. That reach will translate to 9,450 interactions. I cannot overstate what a difference this is going to make in our organization. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you to the Freeport Community Foundation.
I'm Pastor Tom Ekstrand from St. John's Lutheran Church in Pearl City, Illinois. And this grant is going to be going to a ministry of ours called the Grace Meal Ministry. The third Sunday of every month, we provide a lunch not only for those who would like to come into our church from the community, but also the majority of our meals go out to the homebound folks who are in need in our community, whether they be elderly or if they have special needs. Many of the folks who deliver them not only are adults, but many of our youth also make deliveries. This is something that, by the word grace, implies that this is of no charge to any of these people. Everyone who prepares these meals is doing it out of the goodness of their own hearts and in a sense of outreach. Thank you very much to the Freeport Community Foundation for this grant this year. We are a first-time receiver of a grant, and you and so many others in this community helped to make this possible.
Hi, I'm Amy Riley from Freeport Middle School, and we just want to thank the Freeport Community Foundation for this opportunity to bring in Rachel's Challenge. Rachel's Challenge is a presentation that we'll be giving to our students next fall. It's based on the life of Rachel Joy Scott, who was the first girl killed in the Columbine school shootings. Rachel really lived her life based on kindness and servant leadership. We really want to promote that message to all students so they can see that they too can be a positive change. Instead of telling students what not to do, like don't be a bully, we want to show them what they can do. I think Rachel's Challenge is really going to provide that opportunity for students to see how they can create a positive climate change within our building where acceptance, tolerance, compassion, kindness is widespread and is the accepted norm. Following Rachel's Challenge, we will be then having a 90-minute training for up to 100 of our students. Those students kind of will be hand chosen by our staff of those students that we feel would be the best to continue to keep that positive message alive throughout the school year. And then in the evening, we will be doing a community event where parents and other community members would be invited so that they too could see the positive impact that Rachel had and how we are promoting that with our students and how they can be a part of it. So again, we would really like to thank the Freeport Community Foundation for this opportunity to bring in Rachel's challenge.
My name is Brittany Pinch. I am the Pathway of Hope Social Service Business Manager at the Salvation Army here in Freeport, and this grant is going towards our Pathway of Hope program, which is a program for families with children. It can either be a two-parent family or a single-parent family, and it helps aid them to succeed in life. And we do goal setting, and they do strength-based assessments every 3 months so that they can see how their progress is going. And we don't do a handout. We want to do a hand up and give them the tools that they need to succeed and do it on their own, so that gives them a self-worth and helps them have pride in themselves and what they're doing, so that that can get passed down to their children to break that vicious cycle of poverty and struggle. And so this program and this grant are going to help us do those things to help families get their GED, or help them with a down payment for a place to live, or school supplies if they want to go back to school, if granting doesn't come through for them. And so this is a huge thing to help see them succeed. A lot of my clients right now don't have transportation, and so this will help with bus tickets, and so that they can get a job, so that they can take the steps forward to not have to rely on anybody but themselves, and to succeed for them and their children, to see them grow. And that's what the Pathway of Hope is. It's kind of like a life coaching and case management partnership. So we just thank you so much, Freeport Community Foundation, for this grant. It's going to help our families succeed and be able to take that next step forward to improve their lives. So thank you.
My name is Dan Stevens, and I represent the Voice Awards, who are sponsored by the Stockton Music Boosters. The best way to describe the Voice Awards, a lot of people compare it to the Academy Awards for high school kids, in that when you think of the biggest lesson kids learn, it's how much work it takes to be successful. And a vast majority of those learned it on an athletic field. But there are a ton of kids out there who were never very good at throwing or catching a ball, and where they find their success is on the stage. So we started the Voice Awards 13 years ago, and when we did, it basically prompted two main causes, in the sense of so many small schools were never able to see what the other schools were doing because they have to have their shows on the same weekends. So the Voice Awards gave them a chance to actually see what the other schools were doing, and they realized we could do that too. And it raised the quality of productions throughout. It also gave them a chance really for something to strive towards. So the kids who had always just been the theater geeks that, may not have had that big of a group in their own school environment were able to meet all the other theater geeks from all the other schools and realize we belong and we can do this, and look how special we can be. When it started, all the scholarship money from it comes from the gate admission. So we charge admission to the show, but all that money is distributed out to the winners in the form of a scholarship, which made it hard to finance. And as it grew, just as a comparative, the very first year we did it, there were 4 Performance Excellence Awards winners. And Performance Excellence goes to the seniors who have shown exceptional aptitude in both stage on the school's productions, but also in competitive IHSA speech. So they had to obtain success in both to be able to get one. Well, the first year we had 4. This last year we had 12. So it continues to grow, and by that growth, it was becoming a gigantic financial strain on the newspaper trying to run it ourselves. The Freeport Community Foundation stepped in and said we can help, and so we have tremendous thanks for them and are looking forward to many more years to come.